Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with the new video. I hope you guys had a great week. Y'all know I had a good week. So we're here to talk to y'all about what's been going on this week. If you're watching us for the first time, please make sure you click that subscribe button. Also, everyone, please click the like button and share this video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or wherever you choose to share our videos. The first topic I want to start with tonight is the Brandy and Monica situation. Now, we talked about it a little bit on Monday's video. We talked about Brandy's performance at the Soul Train Awards and Brandy throwing in her shade and her singing towards Monica. And, you know, a lot of people were saying that Brandy is petty for the, for doing something like that. Why is Brandy starting something back up? Like, it's just... people just think that she should have just left it alone. And I had a chance to talk to Brandy on Tuesday about the situation. We had a chance to talk about everything. And something that I feel is that Brandy and Monica, they both need to stop. This needs to be over immediately, because all it's going to do is just pit the fans against each other, and you're not going to win from this situation because y'all both are too old for this. They both need to stop this. And I also feel that Brandy don't need to be responding to nobody on Instagram. Her mother shouldn't be jumping in it like, dead this. If you don't like what somebody say on your Instagram post, block them. That way you don't ever have to deal with them or see them. Anytime they say something, it doesn't even deserve a reaction. Even if Monica say something or Brandy say something, they both can just ignore this. They are grown women with children. Let's just dead this. I think it's so stupid. They both need the same amount of fans. I feel they both need the fans. Brandy fans, Monica fans, y'all all need to stick together. They both need to stick together. And, that's just how I feel about the situation. I think that it's old. This is something that's been going on for 20 years. You don't have to respond to it. Nobody has to respond to nobody. And it just looks stupid. It's stupid. It's very stupid. And you're making blogs a whole lot of money for responding to people. Whether you meant it or didn't mean it. I feel like it's stupid. And I hope that they both stop replying to fans about each other. Leave this shit alone. So what? Let people have their opinion. If you don't like it, block them. Keep it moving. Because I'm tired of getting tagged in the dumb shit on Instagram and on Twitter. I need my chapstick too. I know I need my... Can you pass me that? If your arm can reach it.
It'd be nice if you kept the top on it.
I know, right? It's all old. It's old. Don't judge me. I'm not. But yeah, so yeah, that's just how I feel about the situation. And I hope that we don't have to continue talking about this, because it's going into 2017. This is petty. This is stupid. And they both need to end it. I don't care whose favorite godmother is who. Like, everybody loved Whitney. Whitney loved everybody. Whitney loved everybody. I'm done. Don't be a man thinking about it. And I know you feel the same way. So
I want them,
Yeah, like
I think, it's funny because we both got to talk to Brandy 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Kevin talked to her, and then I called her, and then I called Kevin, and so we were on the phone for about an hour, and we just had this long conversation. And Brandy has a lot. She has a lot that she wants to say and express herself, and I think that at the right time, Brandy will say it. I can't say how Brandy feels about anybody, because that's up to Brandy, you know what I mean? I'm not saying if it's good, and I'm not saying if it's bad. I'm just saying I can't speak for her. Brandy wants to be able to tell her own story in her own way. And so, I said what I said on the phone, and, Brandy cursed me out a little bit. She cursed me out a little bit. She cursed me out a little bit because she didn't really like what I had to say. But when you love someone, isn't that right?
Yes.
When you love someone, whether they want to hear it or not. You tell them. And so, you know, she knows how I feel. She don't necessarily like how I feel, but she knows how I feel. And she still loves me for my opinion, even though she cursed me out. But you know, I had to say it, you know. And anybody knows Mikkel knows that, you know, I can't bite my tongue. So I had to say how I felt. And I listened to how she felt, and she listened to how I felt. And I said what I would like to see in the future. I told her what I would like to see in the future and how I would like to see it. Now, she may not be up for that, or she may be up for that, but like I said, Brandy will tell her story in her own time. And, you know, I agree with Kevin. People out there, not Brandy and Monica, but everybody else, leave it alone. Because going to Brandy's page and saying this, that, and the third about her or her family, and then going to Monica's page and saying this, that, third about Brandy or about Monica, it's unnecessary. And it just adds fuel to the fire. But then some people like to add fuel to the fire. Mm-hmm. But, you know, for those of you that don't want to see that, just leave it alone and let these two grown women deal with whatever it is that they have to deal with. Let them deal with it in their own time, in their own way. Yeah. No one should get in the middle of it and say, well, such and such, and well, you know, well, did you see when she posted this, or did you see when she said this, or did you hear what she said? Leave that alone. It's unnecessary. We're talking about two women who have been in the business for 20 plus years. Mm-hmm. I ain't got time to be seeing two women that's been in the business for 20 plus years going back and forth, or not even them going back and forth. Their fans trying to no.
Because that ain't gonna boost nobody's album sales.
It's not gonna boost nobody's album sales. I would rather y'all buy the albums than talk about who don't like who.
Yes.
Okay? Because that ain't boosting nobody's album sales at all. Trust me, it's not. So let's kind of like, you know, get on a good foot and spread positivity to Brandy's page. Spread positivity to Monica's page.
Yeah, they both been through a lot, and they both have stories to tell.
And they both have stories. Not just Brandy, but Monica has a story to tell too. They both have stories to tell. And when they are ready to tell their stories, they will tell them. In their own time, in their own way. And can't nobody force them, won't nobody force them, and shouldn't anybody force them.
Yeah, I just, you know, it's just, I don't even want to see them do that. Like,
do what?
Like, just that stuff. It irritates me. I don't like that. Just, oh my God, I'm gonna move on because it's making me mad. Just even talking about, but I wanted to talk about that and get it out the way because then they're like, oh, you ain't talk about it, all of that stuff. So, yeah. So can we talk about today is December 1st. Today, I know today is the anniversary of Rosa Parks not giving up her seat on the bus back in Montgomery, Alabama. Was that 61 years ago. That is a long time. And it's a shame that we are still going through this in 2016. Over a half a century later. We are still dealing with not going to the back of the bus, but we are dealing with racism. We're just dealing with so much. And you know what's so crazy? A lot of children don't even know who Rosa Parks is because I don't even think that they're teaching about that, you know, like that in school. But the movement that Rosa Parks made by not giving up her seat led to the Montgomery bus boycott that went on for 381 days. Am I right?
I think it was, yeah.
381 days. Mm-hmm. And people walk to work, and people in Philly get mad when SEPTA go on strike. You can show this company, you can show SEPTA, you don't need them. But anyway, like, everybody decided they didn't want to catch the bus, and then after they lost so much money, they caved in and said people can sit wherever they want to on the bus. You can sit in the front, you can sit in the back, in the middle, sit wherever the hell you want. And I want to make sure that today that we recognize Rosa Parks, and I want to say thank you to Rosa Parks for not giving up her seat.
Mind you, this was a boycott that took place without email, cell phones, Skype, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. This was a time when they didn't have any of that. All they had was word of mouth, a telephone, church meetings, things like that. That's all they had. They ain't have social media. They ain't have text messages and all that. That's all they had. And they were able to have that go on for over a year and some change. That's how you protest, and that's how you boycott. If only today's generation could take a page out of that generation's handbook. Oh, how sweet life would be if we knew how to take a page out of their handbook.
Only you.
Isn't that something? And they actually accomplished something. Because by the end of the following year, it took them a year, but they actually accomplished something. So by the time they decided to get back on them buses, they were able to sit anywhere they wanted to sit. And without having to give their seat up to anybody. They accomplished what it was that they set out to do. They did it. They didn't protest and march for 2 or 3 days or for the weekend just to be seen and heard on the news and break things and vandalize things. And then a week or 2 later, you don't see them no more. No, they did it for a whole year. And said, I'm not taking a bus. And they called each other, Hattie Mae, you going to work today? I'm getting in the car with you. Me and so-and-so will be up and we're going to get in the car. You going to church today? You going to the market today? We going to all get in this car and go to the market today.
Did you say
that's how they did it?
Hattie Mae.
That's how they did it. That's how they did it. But yet, we don't know how to do it. Because many of us are only doing it just for likes and follows on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Oh, I want somebody to see that I'm protesting, so yeah, Black Lives Matter, and yeah. But why are you protesting? What do you want to get from out of this protest? Or are you just doing it just so people can see on Instagram and Facebook that you marching in the crowd? Because that's all you are, is another face in the crowd if you ain't marching for a cause. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. That's why a lot of older people get upset with this generation, because I'm not going to say my generation, but people, a certain generation, a lot of older folks, and as I'm getting older, now I'm starting to see what the older folks were saying when they said, y'all just don't have a fucking clue. Because they really don't. They don't. They don't have a clue. Everything is about likes and retweets and reposts for social media. It is not about, it's not a cause. It's not a goal that they're trying to set. They're just trying to make noise. A lot of people are just trying to make noise. Or rather, I should say, there are some people that have goals and cause and, goals set out. But then the other people come along and they just want to hop on the bandwagon just to say that they are part of it. It's unfortunate. It's just like, it reminds me of that guy, what was it, last year or 2 years ago, when his mom was caught on camera whooping his ass when she saw him out there doing that, throwing rocks and stuff, and the news caught the mom whooping his ass. I remember I saw the two of them doing an interview, and they asked him, they said, well, where you up? What were you trying to, well, I was just out there because my other friends, they was out there. He didn't really know. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Know why you're doing it. Don't just do it because you see your friends and everybody else doing it.
And then when you do it, you have to be committed to the cause.
And you have to be committed to the cause. So if it takes you a day, 2 days, 3 days, or a whole goddamn year, be committed to it. Be committed to it. Because if not, don't go out there at all. Sometimes I see certain things and I'm not going the hell out there because I know, one, I'm not going to be committed to it. Because by a certain time, I'm going to get tired. You have to be committed, and you have to know what it is that you're protesting and marching for. Just don't do it just to do it. Those people did it and they accomplished something. Those people who were fighting for the right to vote, they did it and they accomplished it. They accomplished it. We don't know how to march like they did. We don't know how to do it. Maybe if we took away social media and all that, then maybe we would know how to do it. Because everything is just for social media now. We're marching today, but then, okay, we're going to all go out there and march. But what are we marching for? All right, well, we don't like that the cops is killing us. Okay, so what we trying to do to stop it? I don't know. Well, then why are we out here? Let's go back in the house and devise a plan and figure out why it is that we want to, you know what I mean? And come on with that. And some of y'all out there are giving Black Lives Matter a bad name. Because you got a lot of people out there thinking that Black Lives Matter represents something that they don't. Because a lot of y'all stragglers are coming along and y'all are saying certain things and doing certain things that does not represent Black Lives Matter. If you know that Black Lives Matter does not represent hate towards a certain race or violence and all that, then don't go out there and do all of that. Don't go out there and as soon as you see a news camera say fuck the white people. Don't do that because that's not what they represent.
Yeah, that gives ammo to people like.
And that gives ammo to people like Donald Trump and the rest of those pigs that are dealing with Donald Trump, because they see y'all doing that and they think, oh, well, this is what Black Lives Matter represents, and it doesn't. And as much as Black Lives Matter says, hello, we don't represent that, they don't give a fuck about that because they too busy focusing on those dickheads that are making a fool of themselves.
Well, this clip. Well, Tomi Lahren had a chance to go on Trevor. No, did you watch the whole 26 minutes?
No, but I watched it.
Bitch. Watch the whole 26 minutes. She gonna tell about, but they only shortened it down to 6 minutes. No matter how long they shortened it to. When I watched the whole video, he still got you the fuck out of here. And he got you out of here calmly.
In a professional way.
Yes. Like, it was nothing she could do or say to, like, he had every counter to everything she said. And it was just like, okay.
The part when she said she don't see color and the audience bust out laughing. Yeah. Like, bitch, how don't you see color?
Yeah, because every time she's complaining, it's about somebody black.
Right. But she don't see color.
Every time, and I hate that.
She don't understand the words that are coming out of her mouth. She's so stupid for her own self.
Yeah.
She's just dumb. You so smart, you dumb.
But she does have a great following. We'll see her on Fox News one day.
Oh, yeah.
We'll definitely see her on it, but I think she should change her delivery on a whole lot of things and see things from others' perspectives before giving your own opinion.
If she does that, Kevin, then she won't have her chance to be on Fox News.
Yeah, I know. But
so
you know what?
She can't change it.
They say Megyn Kelly is really trying to change Fox News. And for them couple dollars, they might really change their format for her. Because they want to keep somebody like her. Because it's just like Fox News talk about a lot of rhetoric. If you sit there and just watch Sean Hannity, he represents everything like Fox News. Bill O'Reilly just don't like black people. Like, I like some of the stuff, his content, but anytime he talks about race, you can forget about it. Because he doesn't have a clue. And Tomi Lahren, like, I know she is part of this young generation. She can see things on both sides, but she refuses to see things on both sides. Because being against people who are tired of being oppressed, that's just good for her and more people that's like her, because there is a crowd out there. And just like he was showing, like, one of her videos with Colin Kaepernick got 65 million views. Some videos got like 17 million, 25 million. Like, these are to the people that she's catering to, speaking this rhetoric, whether she probably believes it or not. Like, sometimes I know them Donald Trump supporters, when we watched them all summer, go on TV, and they knew Donald Trump was wrong on shit, but they still had to defend Donald Trump, whether he was right or wrong. And I know in their heart, they gotta feel like this shit ain't right, what he's saying, but they can't say it. And she's one of the people where, I know what it is, but I'm just gonna come from this direction anyway, and I don't care if you like it or not. This is me. And it don't have to be that way. Instead of offering solutions, she just goes off. Beyonce, you go with a drug dealer. Colin Kaepernick, if you don't like it, you can leave this country. Jesse Williams, I don't apologize for my whiteness. And all this is like, what are you doing all of that for? It's not a good thing. You're not going to get on Oprah's couch being like that. Well, she don't even do shows no more. But I was just glad to see Trevor Noah get her the fuck out of here. And her defenders look fucking stupid. Just stupid. So we're going to move on. Shout out to Trevor Noah. And I like watching him on The Daily Show. The teacher. A tutor. He's not even a fucking teacher. He's a tutor. He's a tutor in one of the Baltimore schools. He picked up a 7-year-old child and threw him against a wall, breaking his front 2 teeth, breaking his jaw, knocking out his front 2 teeth, breaking his jaw and giving him a black eye. And the teacher tried to say that he tripped and fell, throwing the student out of the room, and the student fell into the wall, and that caused all of that to happen. Just lies. Lies. And that shit make me mad. I know, like, we was talking about this yesterday, and we just talking about it today. But if you are a teacher and you know that children get on your fucking nerves if they talk back, because children like to talk back. If you feel this is how you're going to treat a student, you want to attack them, then you do not need to be teaching. You need to go find a new field to work in. Because going to jail for hurting a child it's not worth it in the long run.
And you're never going to get a job again.
No.
Especially in the field that you went to school for, if you went to school. I don't even know if the tutors have to go to school. Yeah, they should have to go to school.
They should have some kind of degree, some kind of background.
I don't know.
To even get into the
that child downstairs told me she was a...
What?
I'm not going to...
You better not do my niece like that.
I'm not talking about your niece. Your niece. First of all, we know your niece ain't go to school for that. I'm talking about...
Oh, well, say what she said then.
I can't even remember what the fuck she said. But she told me she was a what's her name and she had never been to school before.
Oh, yes! Yeah. Bitch, that was the argument of the summer. Ow!
That's what she told me.
But if anybody can get in there, then you need to be doing background checks.
Okay?
If anybody need to be doing it. Like, I just feel so bad for the parent. And just imagine you being on the other end, finding out what happened to your child. Something has to happen to this teacher for this happening to the child. And I know they're not going to let the parents attack him now, but he could get attacked in prison because that's where he's going.
I feel bad for the parents because I would want to get him one good time before they took him to jail. Just let me get him one good time.
Yeah. Let me be in the room with him.
Take me in the classroom. Just let me be in the room with him for a good 5 minutes. I told y'all yesterday and today, I wouldn't even want you to tell me what happened to my child while I'm at work. Wait until I get to the school and tell me. To say, I need you to come to the school, you know, we have an emergency, and then don't, because if you tell me what happened, I'm going to feel like I can't get to the school fast enough. Or don't even tell me it's an emergency, just tell me you need, you know, if you tell me it's an emergency, I'm going to think something, oh my God, what happened? All I'm going to need to know is he alive and breathing? Yeah, he's alive and breathing. Okay, good, I'm on my way. But don't tell me that his jaw is broken and that he got 2 teeth knocked out, because I'm going to say, what the fuck happened? Now I'm rushing up there and I'm running all the red lights, and then I might get into a car accident.
Yeah.
And then once I can't even imagine the mother, once she saw his face. Every curse word that they ever invented on this earth would have came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
When I saw my child's jaw broken like that.
And where was the real, if he was a tutor, where was the real teacher? And this is all caught on tape.
Let me tell you something. I don't know, I don't know this parent, the mother or the father of this child, but if anybody who knows them is watching this video, I would hope that you show them this, and so I can say this to them. If I were you, and I'm sure you're already going to do this, I would sue.
Okay.
Every person or entity that I can sue, that the courts will allow me to sue, starting with this tutor, and also with the school. I would sue every fucking body.
Yeah, because now that child is traumatized.
Because not only that, my child is traumatized, the medical bills that I'm going to have to pay for my child's jaw, probably counseling for my child, everybody I can think of, I would sue. And I would not finish or stop until I am awarded everything I sue for.
Now that's pain and suffering, going back to what we
That's pain and suffering.
What we was talking about yesterday.
Yes, that's pain and suffering.
Now that's pain and suffering.
The mother can't sue for the pain and suffering for herself. She do it for her child. Oh, that's pain and suffering. He's 7 years old with a broken jaw and 2 missing teeth. Everything she sues for with pain and suffering, he should get it plus some, because he's only a child. And then you lie and say he tripped and fell. This boy's body is not even... He don't have enough weight on his body to throw himself into a wall and break his jaw and knock 2 of his teeth out. Like, come on. This is it. This is the lie you tell the authorities because you don't even realize that you're being recorded by a camera. So you lie and say this is the little boy did, and then they find the camera and the tape. Like, come on.
He's a fool. And they're going to get him. If they don't get... The parents don't get him when they get out, he's going to get got in jail.
I will make sure I found somebody in jail that knew him.
Yeah.
You do to him what he did to my son.
But if he got a crazy family, then the family might find members of his family and do that to them.
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't, but you know that's how some
because he was wrong. He was wrong.
But some people like to make your family members.
And let me tell you something. You don't justify when someone does wrong. This lady said that she made a very good point at my church. I ain't going to get into the details. But her grandson did something to another boy, and it was horrific. Went to jail and everything. And she got up and she, you know, gave her little testimony and whatnot. And she said, you know what? What my grandson did was wrong. And he deserves to be in jail. Because no parent should go through what that little boy's parent went through. And that's how more parents and more family members should be. When their loved one does something wrong and you know they did something wrong, don't defend their actions. Yeah. Don't defend it at all. Say, yes, they were wrong. Because you wouldn't want nobody to do it to you.
I don't know what would I would do. They'd be like, son, I having to take me to medicine.
What? You want to kill somebody.
Yes.
That's why I said I don't know how my parents did it, because see, I know for a fact I ain't bringing no kids into this world. Okay, I don't want to bring any kids in this world for several different reasons. One of the reasons is I am emotional when it comes to certain things, and I can't see me allowing my child to go out of my supervision for a few hours, and then for them to come home or the school to call me and say that something bad happened, because I'm gonna start getting upset, and I'm gonna feel like, why wasn't I there to protect them? You know what I mean? I just can't. So that's one of the reasons why I don't want to be a parent. I just don't want to be a parent, because I get real emotional with things like that, and I just think about it. You know, thank God nothing bad ever happened to me and my sister to that, you know, extent. But I'm like, I don't know how my parents did it, because it's bad enough dealing with one child, but you got two kids that you got to worry about when they go out the front door, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but if you teach them right, and if parents get to know their teachers, their student teachers, stuff like this wouldn't always happen. I don't know what kind of relationship they had, but it's important, like when they have parent-teacher conferences or that parent night, that you go up there and see what kind of person your child is dealing with.
But that's not necessarily what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about going out of the house.
Period. Yeah, I understand that. But what I'm also saying is, I think that it's important for parents to get to know who their children's teachers are. Because if you don't like a certain way that a teacher does something, there's always another classroom that your child can go to. It's always another teacher somewhere for them to, you know, get to know them. Like if my child ever gets out of line with you, don't hesitate to call me. Parents really need to be like that, and it don't work like that no more. Cause I could talk about my family. I see a lot of shit, okay, that's supposed to go down that don't go down. And when I was coming up, my mom ain't do all of that stuff, and it make me mad to see other. Never mind. But I just don't understand it. I think that that's very important. And then I want to know also, what kind of background check did they do on this teacher? Did the school district they're gonna have to pay a lot of money for this child, and I hope that with the money that they get, that they put that money in a fund or in a trust somewhere and let him get it when he use it towards his college education. Don't even let him spend that money and all of that. And I really do feel bad for the parents, and I hope that, I don't even know if it's a GoFundMe out there for them. If it is, let me know so I can put it inside the more info box to help this family. Let's go to Evelyn Lozada might be returning to Basketball Wives Miami. Now there's a rumor that they got rid of, not Basketball Wives Miami, Basketball Wives LA. They got rid of everybody on the show except for Tammy, Shawnee, and Jackie Christie. And they're bringing somebody like Evelyn in. So you got a show called Basketball Wives, huh?
Malaysia's going to?
Yeah, they say everybody's going. I hope that's not true. Because Malaysia is like one of the originals. She's an original on Basketball Wives LA. And what are y'all getting rid of her for? I didn't watch this season, okay? They faithfully watched it in my house. But I'm really at that point, like, y'all are like 40-something years old. Or if you're not 40, you're damn near close to 40. And y'all be fighting for the dumbest shit. Especially Tammy, like, she's 45, 46, and she's just fighting, oh, you said this to me, oh, I don't like how you did that, oh, well, we can fight. Like, it's always aggressiveness. All this aggressiveness from her.
It's those narcotics in her system.
See, I don't know. I can't talk about that because I don't know. But I know she like to drink.
Because can't nobody who don't got shit in their system,
like she's
don't
just,
like with common sense act like that.
A firecracker. I don't know nobody like that.
No, me neither. People her age anyway. I don't know nobody her age that acts like that. So it got to be something wrong with her. Because people her age, they are trying to stop the younger folks from acting a fool. No, she's acting just like them, and her daughter seems to have more sense than she do.
That's because she was raised by the grandmother.
That's because yeah, you're right, because the daughter was raised by the grandma who probably had a little bit, or maybe the grandma might have been a firecracker too when she was younger. But when she got a little older and was raising that daughter, she calmed down because she had a granddaughter to raise because the mother was out there with Tom, Dick, and Harry and God knows who else. Yeah, because I don't watch the show.
Yeah, but if Evelyn coming back to that, I just don't know.
But don't they all get along?
They get along, but it's stupid. What Evelyn? I mean, Evelyn got her. She had her little nice little show on TV. I didn't watch the second season. I watched some of the first season.
I don't think Evelyn's gonna come back and be a fool.
I hope no.
I think because remember when she came back one year on there and she was just like, wait, she was just like, I don't even want to be like around these type of girls anyway. But I think that Evelyn has changed her life for the better. And therefore, I hope she stays that course. Because not only did you have Iyanla come and fix your life, but then you got a show on Oprah's network.
And got 2 seasons.
And, okay? You don't want to fuck that up with somebody like Oprah. You want when you see Oprah in the street, she comes and greets you. You don't want to see her in the street and then she got to come and chastise you for acting a fool on Basketball Wife. No. Yeah. You know what I mean? You want to keep that relationship with Oprah.
I just hope that Evelyn don't get down in the gutter with them.
Me neither.
Fighting. And Shawnee just never looks good to me on this show no more.
No, she doesn't. She didn't look good to me on the show from the first time I saw her on the show.
It's like she got her attack dogs. Like she tried to be the sweet one, but she got her bulldogs for her.
Tammy and
Evelyn
Tammy's
was on that point too. Yeah.
Tammy's her puppet.
Attack dog, the guard dog.
That's her puppet. Whatever Shawnee won't do, Tammy will do it. Well, don't worry, Shawnee, I got you. I got
you. She'll do anything for a check.
She'll do anything for a check.
She don't get mad when you say that. It's for a check.
Ooh, I would love to see Tammy. You remember we had that little one-on-one thing in New York with Jocelyn and all?
Yes.
And we got to ask them any questions they wanted. Who asked something? You asked Jocelyn something and she got real upset, didn't she?
And then somebody was like,
no, Steve, her and Steve got upset.
Steve was like, first of all, I'm a Scorpio. And I was like, yeah, and I'm a Scorpio too. Right. So he's like, when your birthday? Like, I forgot what the hell
If you asked them something, do you honestly think that she would even be able to win a Grammy or Oscar or something like that? Something that had to do with an award. I know it was one of the big awards, and Kevin asked them that, and they just was like, oh, wait a minute. What you trying to say? I mean, they got really mad. And the whole room turned around and looked at Kevin, even me. I was like, did you just ask him that?
Well, did she get
but that was something that needed to be asked. Because a lot of times in these certain things, you get people asking these safe questions. But we were allowed to ask anything we wanted, and none of our questions were screened. And so when Kevin found the opportunity, he asked them a question that they didn't like. And they got everybody's attention. Even to the point that K. Michelle had pulled us to the side afterwards and said she was going to our show. Remember that? That's when we officially
started. And that's when somebody tried to get into it. McKell was like, hold up now.
Yeah, they did. Because they tried to say something about you. Yes. And they didn't know I was with Kevin. Oh, I got him good. They was going to kick us out that night.
We drove to New York.
Remember, you know how somebody talking about somebody and they don't know that the person that they talking about, I'm the person that's with Kevin, and they didn't know I was with Kevin. I said, whoa, wait,
you went off.
And I did. Wait, what's going on in here? Wait, what happened? What'd you say? Huh? What did you just say?
That was a fun night.
That wasn't fun.
Scrappy, we met Mona. We met just about everybody. That was really, really fun.
And that was the night that we set up our interview, our infamous interview with K. Michelle.
Yeah, and Tamar didn't say nothing about it at that time.
Well, because ain't nothing happened between them at that time, remember?
No. Right. It was during the show.
No, that incident with her and Tamar had never happened yet. Did it?
Yeah, but it had calmed down.
Oh, I didn't even know it had even happened already. I thought it had not happened at all.
I don't know if it was. I don't think she was a Muppet at that time. I'm not editing nothing out.
I didn't say.
Yeah, and people keep asking me what I think about Tiny Tamar drama. It is what it is. It is what it is.
You cannot do anything against. You cannot do anything that Tamar doesn't like because if you do, then she's not going to be your friend. She's not going to be your friend.
It is what it is. But I don't think they're going to throw 20 years down. They've been friends for a long time. Friends fight, and sometimes you get that little break.
Some people are petty like that, though.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Tell me about it.
So today is also December 1st. Today is World AIDS Day.
That's right.
You know, I encourage everyone out there to please get tested. If you missed my story about getting tested for the first time, you got to go back to a video where we talking about Charlie Sheen, and I encourage you guys to watch that video. It was like November. It was like a year ago. It was in November a year ago. Go ahead and watch that video, and we discussed it. You know, HIV/AIDS is a topic nobody really want to talk about. Nobody really wants to be involved with, but we have to get to that point where HIV is a topic that everyone talks about and is not afraid to have discussions about it, because it's still like, I don't want to go there, I don't want to talk about that, and you know, I think it's a topic that really needs to be brought up. So I encourage you guys to have conversations with your friends. When the last time did you get tested? Did you ever have an STD? Like, be open to having those conversations to where it's not a shock to have those conversations. And now people think that HIV/AIDS is not really a serious disease, and it's only until it happens to them, because they like, you know, there's been so many strides towards people living longer with HIV that it's like, it's not no big thing anymore, but it really is a big thing, because when it affects one, it affects everybody, and especially when you know somebody that has it, it's very serious, and it can do a lot of damage to you, that person, and everything. It's a terrible disease to have, and to know someone with it. It's just the best thing I can tell you is to just be a great friend to whoever is going through that situation. So, and I know World AIDS Day, please get tested and know your status, because definitely here in Philadelphia, 1 in 5 people have HIV and they don't even know it. So we definitely gotta get that conversation.
I would encourage, I spoke about the series, but I would encourage you would find, I think it may be on demand, CNN, the series, it's called The 80s. And there's an episode where they talk about how the AIDS epidemic started in the 80s. It's a very good episode. I would encourage you to find it. I don't think it's on YouTube or anything like that. So if you have it on demand, try to see if it's on demand. The series is called The 80s, and they have an episode where they talk about the HIV/AIDS epidemic. And so I would encourage you to watch it.
Yeah.
Just to even see how it started to come about, and people didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, it was just like, if you got a bitch, get away. Even doctors was kicking you out the hospital.
Yes.
Because they didn't know nothing about it at all.
People were taking their kids, the young boy Ryan White, who had gotten it in the 80s, and parents were taking their kids out of his school when they found out he had it, because they didn't know, because it was still new, so they didn't know if he would be able to give it to their kids, and they didn't want nothing. I mean, and it was sad to see parents doing that, but then you got to remember, they didn't know at the time, like, you know, the average person in the United States, we didn't know what the fuck was going on, so it was like, we taking my kids out of this school.
Yeah.
And when he died in 1990, every big celebrity you could think of was at his funeral, from Michael Jackson, Elton John, Barbara Bush, who was the first lady at that time, Phil Donahue. I mean, everybody was there, because everybody knew who Ryan White was, this little boy who had gotten so sad.
And I heard they did a movie about him too.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I've
they
never
did.
seen it, but they did a movie on him.
I don't know what that is, but you need to throw that out.
What?
Inside of your Blessed X. What is that stuff?
You know how sometimes you hear stuff go in your pocket, whatever. It ain't gonna kill
Because you don't have
nobody.
no top to it? Is that what that is?
That's probably a little net. It's alright. I'm gonna kill you.
I've never seen Black Lamp.
Mariah Carey's new show comes on this Sunday, and I want you guys to watch it. It comes on Sunday at 9
I can't
o'clock
wait to see it.
on E.
Did you see a preview for it?
No, but you better be home to watch it, because I want to talk about this series. That you better be home to watch it. It's gonna be good. And Mariah Carey, she's doing these publicity photos on the beach, and she looks a mess. And, and Nick Cannon threw a little bit of shade at her, talking about, no, this is how you do it. And Mariah Carey also is going to be on VH1 Divas Unsilent Night with Patti LaBelle, Vanessa Williams, Tiana Taylor, and who's the other one?
See, already they got people
Shaka
that
Khan.
shouldn't be a diva.
Yeah. Tia Amsel's not a diva.
No. And there's no shade towards her, but she's not a diva. So why is she on there? Yeah. We spoke about this the other night. The diva shows, VH1 diva shows in the 90s used to have all divas. All divas. Mariah, Whitney, Aretha, Patty, Shaka, Gladys, Celine.
You name it!
Celine, Gloria Estefan. They were divas in their own right. Tiana Taylor's not a diva. Just because she makes cute videos does not make her a diva. I'm sorry, it's just, she's not a diva.
On the ScorpionShow.com, I put up a post about Candy and her baby daddy issues that she's dealing with on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just feel like if the father really wanted to get to know his daughter again, he would have not sent his girlfriend, what's her name, Chris Kelly. He would have sent her girlfriend to Candy's Candy Factory and try to strike up this conversation and try to get them back in his life. I think what he should have did was he should have called Candy and had a real conversation with her saying that I really want to meet up with you, I want to talk to you, and I want to get back into our daughter's Riley's life and stuff like that, because Riley's at the point where like I don't give a fuck, I don't want to get to know him, it's too late.
It's too late.
But you know, every I feel like every child wants that parents' love for the one that's not there. They always want them the most when they're not there, and I feel like she's putting up a front, honestly, just to be like I don't care, blah 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 blah. But in the meantime, if something happens, then she's gonna live with never not, you know, getting to know him or whatever. I feel like he should have talked to Candy and just like maybe an hour or two, y'all spend some time together and just take baby steps towards getting to know her. He's talking about, oh, I've been calling and calling and calling. Y'all don't never return calls back. After 2 years, if this is still going on, after a couple months, I would have been going to the courts to be like, I want visitation rights to see my daughter because I feel like the mother's keeping her away from him. Like it was just they just doing too much on this show, and the father is not looking good in the good light because he's saying, oh, I'm not going to chase you or my daughter and such. Then why are we even
having this
conversation on the phone? So you know, Candy went off, and then Mama Joyce is throwing all this stuff. I'm like, Mama Joyce don't make the situation better. It's just like, you stay out of this. This is between the person that she had a child with and the child. And the girlfriend shouldn't be in it at all. All that other stuff going on in the Housewives is not... Oh my God, they still... Oh my house. And Portia want to have a baby with somebody because they are a good father, but she doesn't want him to be a part of the child's life. And he's like, no. Kenya and Matt, they got a fake ass relationship. Like... I really want to get on camera and talk about this, but I don't because it's stupid. And I feel like, why should I get on camera and waste 20 minutes out my day to talk about this dumb shit? The only serious storyline right now is Candy and this baby father drama, because I know that there's a lot of women that's going through this situation. And I think they both could have played their cards better when they got into this. And from rumors that I'm hearing, this is a rumor, that the reason why he really wasn't in Riley's life was because Candy was a mistress and got pregnant. Now, I don't know if that's true. But regardless, it still shouldn't stop him from being in his child's life, because he's not married, no matter what the case may be.
Ooh, this reminds me, even though this reminds me of a certain situation. I recorded it too, and I have to watch it. You know Lisa Lang, the Asian lady reporter who used to be on The View some years ago. Yeah, CNN. She has this show that comes on where she does different
This is your life.
This is your life. And this one episode she did recently, and I couldn't stay up to watch it because I got tired, but I recorded it and I have to make sure I watch it. She was speaking to women who have been raped, and in certain states, if the man who raped you didn't have any type of, I think if he didn't have any type of prior convictions of him abusing, I think, kids or anything like that, if you got pregnant by him and he got out of jail, he would have the right to see that child.
What?
Yep. She interviewed this one lady. I saw a clip and she was crying so bad because she was like, you know, this man raped me, and the state, I forget the state that she lived in, but it's like, it starts out with supervised visitations, and then it goes on from supervised visitations to the child being able to stay by themselves.
Oh no!
I said, what? It was so sad because you really have states out there that these laws just all around, that in some way, shape, or form, it benefits the person who did the rape if the woman gets pregnant and they don't have any type of prior conviction.
Yeah, and they're not even thinking about her emotional mindset.
And who's to say if this guy would turn around and rape this child?
Okay.
Because he may not even look at this child as his.
Child.
He just may look at her as a fresh piece of meat that he can rape. Like, come on. Like, these states got to get it together.
Wow, I never even knew that.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it, and then I'm going to make sure I tell you everything that...
Shit, I need to watch. I'm sure it's on demand. Is this the new season?
Yeah, because it just came on probably like 2 weeks ago, and I recorded it, and I just never watched it because I just, But then when you said that just now about, I'm like, damn, that reminded me of this show. It just makes you mad. It makes you mad because it's like, it's like another slap in the face for the rape victim. You raped me. I kept the baby because I had to keep the baby because of health issues or because I don't believe in abortion, so I kept the baby. And then now you want to have visitations with the baby after you get out of jail? Like, what? No.
Who are these judges?
Who are these judges? The same judge that let that white guy go after he was caught raping that girl behind that dumpster. He was caught.
Because it was just 20 minutes of high action.
It was only 20 minutes.
Yeah, but that's our videos for this. I gotta change my calendar. I'm looking at the date. Also, if you live in Philly, First Fridays, and I'm going tomorrow night, is back at Voyeur Nightclub. Earlier this year, well, in the beginning of this year, First Friday moved to a new venue, and I'm just glad that it's kind of like Black Night or First Fridays. It's now going to be back at Voyeur, and if you live in the area, I encourage everyone to come back out to Voyeur for First Friday. Because I, for one, I haven't really been going out, and I know Mikhail get tired of seeing me every time we come here, but
every time you come here,
just like on a regular day, like I don't even like, because normally
on a regular day I'll come here for you.
That's
I'll just come here for you on Mondays.
Or if he got some good gossip, he'll come up. I'm like, who the fuck open up, bitch? Such. But anyway,
he forgets that I talk to other people in this house besides him.
Anyway, what I was saying,
don't act like you don't come down them steps and see me in that living room talking. You be like, oh bitch, I didn't know you were here because I didn't come here for you.
Yeah. don't feel yourself too much.
That's why he didn't know I was here.
Don't feel yourself too much.
I'm not feeling myself, baby. I get your man to feel me. When he's done feeling that other bitch.
You.
What?
Anyway. He think he got me. So. Bitch, right?
What's that? Don't you play with it.
When I play with fire, you won't get back. I just haven't been going out to the neighborhood because I was like, I don't feel comfortable spending my money.
Was it
like that? Yes, that was horrible.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to. I didn't feel like going out spending money nowhere.
Voyeur is the one that's down 13th Street, right?
It's right off 13th Street. But it's so nice in there, and I felt like once they fixed it up, they was like, they was like, oh, we don't want y'all here. But now I think like after everything that's going on. Now they like...
That's the one that has the 3 floors, and then that's where Brandy and all them had performed.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been in there.
Yeah, it looks so nice in there. It's very nice in there. And the music is always good, no matter what night it is. Like, when I go there, but I don't feel comfortable with none of y'all. This whole area is divided. But I'm going back out, and I'm going to support. So shout out to Simply Christopher. I will be at Voyeur for First Friday, and I hope that you are too. And if you're watching this and you're not going, and you know somebody that is going, let them know that First Friday is no longer at 7th and Girard. It is back at Voyeur. So I hope to see y'all out. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good weekend. Also, something is coming on December the 6th. There's a lot of good shows. Showtime at the Apollo is coming back on Monday. It's coming on Fox. And then the next night, there's this show.
I wish they would have got another host.
Steve Harvey always, well, he ain't always been, it's always, I like Steve Harvey the best. And Steve Harvey stayed with a fucking job, too.
He do. I just wish they got Sinbad to come back.
That would have been fun, too.
Because that was our
people
child.
know Sinbad?
They ain't got to know him. We know him. These new people don't even know Showtime at the Apollo.
Come on, and show a little love for such and such. Come out, rub the little star.
That's when Sinbad was somebody. Can I give you this quick tidbit? Real quick, for those of you that don't know, you know this too, because I mentioned it before. But for those of you that don't know, I performed at the Apollo one year.
Yes.
Back in 2002. I was in the 10th grade. I had to think about it real quick. I was in the 10th grade, and my high school, we went to the Apollo. We thought we were going to
the real show,
but it turned out to be an amateur show. And I was picked out of the audience. A few other people, not just me, but a few other people. We were picked out of the audience to come on stage and perform. And I'll never forget it. And then I walked out on that stage. And when I walked out on the stage, that's when I realized how small the Apollo really is. Because it just looks like when you're on the stage, everybody is right there. Mm-hmm. On TV, they make it look so big, but it's really small. And the wood, the famous log, was still right there. It was. And it wasn't until after the fact when I realized, bitch, I had just performed on this stage that Michael Jackson, Patti LaBelle shot a live music video. I mean, all these famous people had performed on the stage, and here I was on. I knew I was destined to be somebody, but I didn't know I was going to be somebody on YouTube. Because YouTube wasn't even out in 2002, honey.
But did you win on the thing?
No, I didn't win. I think it was probably like 5 of us on the stage, and then. And then it was me and this Asian girl. Of course, I won. It was like a Hillary and Donald, and I was Hillary. Of course, I won, but the Asian girl won. It was a dance-off, and I mean, bitch, the whole top balcony for some odd reason was from Philly. So when I said I was from Philly, everybody was going crazy. And I mean, when they said that the girl won, there were a lot of boos.
For her? Or
yeah, for her, because she had won. Everybody was like, oh, he should have fucking won. Like, what? But it was okay, because, I mean, I can tell that story.
And the Asian girl was up there dancing.
Yep. It was fun.
I know that's right.
Yeah, we were. She was. I will say, she was up there moving, but, bitch, that was when I was in my slimmer days. Now I'm sitting here like a sofa in a love seat. That's okay. Because I already exchanged my sectional for coffee table, okay? So I'll be on my way.
And there's a show with Van Jones coming on Tuesday where he's going around having interviews with Trump supporters. And I can't remember the name, but please go to your DVR and please DVR CNN is coming on Tuesday probably like around 9 o'clock because that's when they normally show like somebody else.
Or they can Google it. Google Van Jones and his show, and then they'll be able to see the name of the show and what time and day it comes on.
And I think Van Jones should have been somebody that tried to run to be the lead of the Democratic Party because he is always on point, but I think he rather like being like an analyst on TV. But when he got into those homes, like I seen a clip of it on YouTube. Not YouTube. It did so good on Facebook that they turned it into like an actual series. Or a documentary, and it's coming on CNN, and it's really, really good. And they would have some passionate debates where people were actually up there crying, but they were like getting their point across, and this is something that the Democratic Party should have been doing too. But it's coming on Tuesday on CNN, and it's really, really good. And if you want, go look for a clip. Just put Van Jones in on Facebook, and then it'll come up. But we gotta go. Y'all have a good weekend, and we'll see y'all on Monday with a new video. One more week before your vacation.
It's alright. I'm still not officially ready.
You better get ready.
I know.